is a bear bug, a giant bear bug that is waiting. So what we want to do is kind of go like this, and we're just going to lure him out because we're going down that path. So just hang out here for a little bit, keep scooting back, and we're trying to lure him into this tunnel so that as he we'll crawl into this. This looks like he's a good distance. We can run back, take the other path.
Cooking breakfast?
Yeah.
No, that's what it says here.
Now you can see there's our bear bug, and we're able to just walk on past him.
Cooking breakfast.
Okay, so we need to kill
Is
that
your
bear
phone
bug.
set up?
Right over here, there's one piece of loot.
Live?
Just grab it now. Guidance.
You better make $1 million,
Just
that's all I gotta
grab
say.
it. Yeah, you can't really much with it.
You
Over
better.
here. I should just
I really-
show where exactly it is. So let me go up there.
I'm a folk man.
You can see there's some treasure crops.
Benny! Where are you?
In the pink house.
Big ability augment, which show later. Pull the room together, pull the tunnels together, I suppose.
You better
we need
make
to
a
fill this out.
million
Now, similar to
dollars.
before, if you just kind of get up on the left like this, as you can see, he isn't able to hurt us. We're going to be able to just sit here and just hug the left and just attack him as our enemy punishes. When he's about to die, you need to back up. This is a little slow, but other than that, the best thing to do is just keep pulling with the enchanted pouch and the aggressive pouch in this case. I've tried using poison and plague, which you can do, but the damage wasn't really that high with either. And ultimately it was faster just whack him like this. Now if you're playing as an ace, of course you can actually just hit this guy with spells and probably kill him significantly. But out of the various avenues available to us as a melee class, this is one of the quicker ones. When he's dead, make sure to run away. And we'll grab the Dragonstone Shard and the Clear Stone Shark. Okay, hit the head split. Okay, so now we're gonna come up on a four-way split. I'm gonna toss it all right down here, just to have it as a ooh, we got this marker for us. So we have 3 potential paths. This will lead us towards the boss area, so we're gonna go that for now. This is gonna lead us where we're gonna go next. This will have the crystal lizards, who apparently already aggroed the kill this guy fast. And this bear bug, of course. The second one, you come to the split, you want to run to the right first with the crystal lizards. And this is going to start the heartstone, get a stone, something that we don't already have. Of course, the loot that was right here. Now, ideally, we don't want to kill this guy right here, because keep in mind the regular size bear bug will explode. So it's a question of whether or not he will crawl or hop or whatever. Let's back up a little bit and see if we can get some loot. There we go. Okay, now we're going to be going down this path. And there's a bunch of stuff we can grab here. So I'm going to go ahead and grab the random hero soul. I'm going to run this way. Go in that tunnel a little bit. Grab this full set. Barbar's armor. Now we have all these little flying bear bugs. And we have the giant bear bugs. And you have to deal with both. We'll get into this middle tunnel for the time being. I'll let them kind of comment and pause it. So, to explain this part, there are a couple things in the lava that we can grab. We got the set already, we grabbed that soul. There are pure dragon stones and then 2 instances of chunks. But you'll take a lot of damage in this area. So, what we're going to need to do is basically gear up appropriately for these things. One of the first things is we're going to actually take this off and we're going to go for the flame resistance ring. I'm going to drop off some armor, so I'm not going to be as heavy. Kill this guy. Now that the flame resistance ring is on, we're going to put on water veil as well. We want to have plenty of healing on standby, and we're just going to run. If you have the agitator shield, that's an added bonus. Oh boy, no. Okay. I waited too long for them. They came up on me. So with the ring and flame veil, we should be okay. And we want to run over to this first little island here. I'm going to run to this second island. Now this is the pure dragon stone. You should actually be able to snag this without taking any fire. power path. It's gonna lead us on to the shiny that we saw earlier. We weren't able to reach. There's that augite that we dropped. Just to give an idea, so we drop down here, it takes us back to where the bear bug was at, the big one that we had to kill. Now we're gonna run this way again. We're gonna take the far left on like this. Alright, here's for the dragon longsword. The dragon longsword actually was a pretty nice starter weapon. A lot of people will try to sprint down here at the start to get this. Dragon just means the weapon's fire split, so how this has both physical and magic damage. The sword, there we go, is a physical and fire damage. Now, with dragon, you lose all scaling, so the sword doesn't have any stat scaling whatsoever. But from the perspective of the starter weapon, some people will rush down here, will grab that sword and will level it up, have a powerful weapon early on in the game. This is a viable strategy, but given how you feel able to get it, I didn't want to go ahead and lost at this point. After that, let's see, we got the dragon sword, and this is where we kill the fox, so we're going to jump down, avoid that problem. And this is the actual split. We have to go on one out of the base without the bow that we took as a here. We're going to go this way. You can see here our augite marking the start of things. This time we're going to go left and actually proceed on the path that's leading us towards the boss. So we're not worried about the flame resistance or anymore. Let's switch that off. Now there are a couple different loops that we can actually get in this area. And you can actually get to this area really fast coming from the opposite direction. Start of the level, how you can go left or right. This big hit right here, which we did cover in the previous episode, getting the greystone, touch over strength weapon. It going from the right would bring you out to this pit. So from here, just kind of want to drop down. So that's going to be three of these guys. We've already covered them. There's a couple things that we may be able to get with glass in this area real fast. Let me see. Up ladder for a hero soul. Up ladder for not another soul. Grab the hero soul. There's actually a lizard that'll spawn over here. He's gone already. But I can get a lizard here. Up here, and then we should be able to sideways get this hero soul. So here. So there's a couple more loops here, but we're going to have to come right back to this area. I'm just gonna shoot with one hand. That's a big slam, which is gonna mitigate blocking. But it's one of those things that's better just dodge. Sticky light slam ran off, so I'm gonna just switch to the custom option here. You can see just how much the shield really takes out of the spike. Just being able to stop all the fire damage. I mean, those units all Let's Play know that this guy ended up, he got some bonks on me quite a few times. So having access to the purple flame shield, super, super nice. Obviously, this is more of a strength build thing, so it requires 22 strength to use, but does a fantastic job of basically trivializing that fight. So we got the Story Hero Soul over here. His soul is what is going to unlock the boss weapons for us, the Syrian Gaming Soul. But for now, before we do the Underground Temple, as always, we're going to warp back. We're going to get rid of our humanity, and this world is going to be pure white so that we'll be able to pick up the weapon that we've been working towards all this time. So seek soul power, we're going to pop this up. There we go, 16, beautiful. That'll make it getting the achievement very easy and give us 2 miracle slots, which will be great for surface dust.
That's it, my feeling.
And then we're going to suicide.
Okay.
Now there's quite a few things that we need to do after Dragon God. After Dragon God, we're going to be knocking out tendency events in the world. And tendency events in one go.
You making fun of me?
So make sure that you get rid
Are
of
you?
your enemy here.
I hit you.
Tendency, horror things keep going.
You make fun of people who love you, huh?
Tunnel now has that nice shiny white icon. That's exactly what we want. So the next episode, we're going to be going through Dragon God, about that fight. And then after that, we will be knocking out the events that you can do in World 2. Just knocked out.
Good morning.
A couple interesting things, namely we're going to
Where
be
is
getting
that? There
a
won't
new
go.
weapon, and we're going to
I have another one.
So
This one's yours?
it up with some more.
She must not be hungry.
And y'all, welcome on back. It's time to kill our
Got
first
spaghetti over there?
demon.
Yeah.
So before we go anywhere, make sure that you have the hands of God with you. You don't
I
need to
think
have one, but you're gonna want to have that to get access to a hidden trophy. So we're gonna hop straight on over to Underground Temple. Of course, make sure you are not in human form. You don't want to be in human form, otherwise you're gonna have a bad time. Actually, in terms of equipment lines, we see what our equipment inventory is at. Okay, we should be good, but just in case.
That's
I'm
all for
going
you?
to-
I thought that was for Gwen.
I'm gonna send some
I
stuff
was
back
at
to
this
storage.
one.
You know, I can put my gloves back on. No, I can't,
Come
I'm sure.
over.
Anyway,
Snooze, you
so
lose.
now we're gonna be heading on over to the Dragon God. We wanna make sure we have the fists. Now, if you watch the Let's Play, you know, I was 100% on the struggle bus with this enemy. But he's actually quite simple when you have a little bit of patience, which is my biggest downfall. This guy is like the T-Rex in the original Jurassic Park, which is a great movie if you've never seen it. But he is going to track you with his eyes. When he sees you, he's going to punch you. So what you need to do is when his eyes turn red, you want to hide behind a pillar. Now, right at the start here, we're probably going to die because there's a crystal lizard that we want to get, and it's going to be right over to the left. So just kind of run and try and get that lizard before he goes for a punch. If you can't kill the lizard, that's great. There we Yep, managed to get some chunks. And right over here, it's the big boy, the Dragon Bone Smasher. Now, the Dragon Bone Smasher, this is why we wanted to get the pure white world tendency. This thing is B scaling strength and a whopping 200 base damage. It is an absolutely monstrous weapon. It is this game's equivalent of the Fume Ultra Greatsword. We're going to be using it because it's hilariously strong. But obviously it takes up quite a bit of weight. So after you pick that up, I'd actually, well, you know, well, hang on, we're going to upgrade it soon anyway. How are we on item burden? Let's see. We're pretty close to being full on item burden. I'll send a couple of these to storage to get us a little bit of weight. So now that we got that and we killed the lizard, we're just going to slowly go. Anytime he's looking away, move to the next pillar. Literally, we're going to be pillar hopping all the way. We're going to wait till he looks to the left. We're going to blow, hit that, and then we're going to move back again. And see how he got angry and the eyes turned red? If we hide, they turn yellow again. And that's the trick here. In the Let's Play, I basically just kept getting hit by him, but I feel like they did update him slightly. He seems a little bit more aware of his surroundings as compared to the original Demon Souls. So just keep hopping between these pillars. Anytime his eyes turn red, hide. And we're gonna wait for him to turn again, and then we're gonna knock out that next part. There we go, he's turning.
Wow.
And unfortunately, he did see us that time. We didn't quite make it back.
One punch.
The second
loss.
pillar is the one that I always struggle with. But that's okay, because we got that crystal lizard we can kill. This crystal lizard can actually drop pure pieces as well. So if we can try and keep out our shield to block this guy, I don't think it's going to work that well. I haven't had any luck blocking this particular enemy, but yeah. I haven't used a big shield like this before, so who knows, maybe it will work better. Anyway, first things first, kill the lizard again.
I didn't sleep well. Yeah, I didn't get into deep sleep. Huh?
Wait for the turn, and we're going to make our way over.
Last 2 nights I haven't slept. And I think I'm getting some kind of a cold. My throat is scratching.
Alright, the tower shield is
Respiratory
also not
things
gonna
in
be
this
strong.
country are really bad.
So we're just gonna run.
The whole month I was in,
which we can kill that lizard
in America, I felt great.
It's just we're gonna pretend that was all intentional. I wanted to
It's
die
really dusty here.
because I wanted my 3 kills on the
You
lizard.
need to
Right?
use the Afrin.
All completely planned, strategically.
Afrin?
No, I can still breathe. I'm feeling it in my throat.
Sore throat?
Scratchy. Not sore, scratchy.
Alright, we can actually take that off, put this on. My little shield, put that guy on. And basically, as long as you're behind a pillar before he rears back his arm, you're gonna be safe. He tends to be like hyper aggro for this one, so we're just gonna run for it as soon as he turns.
Whack!
I don't know why he's so aggro at that one, but that is the one that I tend to struggle with the most. Anyway, grab the new moon grass, go over here. Hit the ballista. This will fire a ballista into his arm. Magical hidden enchanted ballista. Hit the full heal, and then we'll jump on down and the rest is very similar to what we just did. And then behind my pillars again. And he looks at us, just get behind the pillar. Now turn the bigger we head. Turn around. Except now instead of punching, he's gonna breathe fire if he sees you, so we need to be more careful than before.
Ooh, you missed.
See, he was getting ready, he was thinking about it, but we got behind that pillar. Thinking about it again, but we're safely behind the pillar. Wait for him to turn his head, look to the opposite direction, and then we're gonna go for it.
How's your egg today?
Really good.
Alright, now we're basically home free. We just gotta break this one, we're all set.
I have this one, and you have.
Now, the damage that you do here, this is up here by the way, it's just ready. The damage that you do here is going to depend on the type of weapon you're going in with. If you're going in with like a dagger and trying to hit this guy, you're not going to get a ton of damage in. We're not letting the guy with the pillars. Using something like the battle axe will work a lot more.
Lucky you came when you did, you almost missed
He's
breakfast
pretty
today.
much down to the
Yeah.
ground. So,
What
pieces of
happened?
loot that we
Huh?
can
What
grab now,
happened?
things
Oh,
that
I
calm
was
down.
unmuting my
And he's
phone.
not trying to punch our face anymore.
Huh?
The master's ring up here.
Washing?
After that,
You eat
up,
na?
and
Sige
work
na.
your way down to where the dragon was. And right here,
Mm,
you should
step
be
it,
able to
step it.
drop. See it there? Get that good? Alright, now we need to hit the final hit with the hands of God on him. But
Watch
he's
that. Good morning.
So hit him with the bow.
Good morning, Estepi girl.
One bow shot should not be enough to kill this guy. Now I'm gonna go on and hit him with
Good
the
morning, my girl.
When he breathes, you can see right there, that can hurt you. So just
Good
be aware of
morning,
that.
Estepi.
So it should take just, if you have the stats for this, it should be pretty quick, just right there. If you
Oh,
don't
that's
have the
so
stats,
sweet.
it'll take I'll wait till you start shouting.
Slide that way just a little bit.
If you don't have the 16 faith, it'll certainly take longer to get that kill. Just something to keep in mind. But go ahead and touch the Arkstone. We now have the Nexiel agent. So
What time is your grandmother
and the
coming?
Dragon Demon Soul. With the Samuel Scott, we can now freely travel and swap between all these zones.
What if
The
the
first
cousin
thing we
was
wanna
wrong?
do
Maybe
is
he's not
go
coming
back
today.
to the Nexus.
Yeah, there should have been some communication.
Now that that's done, go ahead and swap back to this. Go ahead and spend your souls, and we're actually going
Cheers.
to
Cheers
start
for the
working on,
better future.
getting our intelligence. up.
Cheers.
We wanna have our
Cheers
intelligence
for
up
the
to
better
18
future.
for a
So
stellar.
you're gonna get,
This character's name is Unga Bunga. Unga and Bunga are two parts
Brighter
of the
future
Dragon
from
Bone Smasher.
live
Second
streaming.
being Cursed Weapon. We need 18
Hello,
intelligence
good
for Cursed Weapon.
morning.
You wanna
Hello.
lose that body form. Now, even though we are going to put this world towards pure black in just a little bit, we're not doing that just
I love
yet.
you.
We have the pure white event to do. So make sure you have the
Someone said I
Dragon
love
Bone
you?
Smasher on you.
No.
We don't
I
need
love
the
you.
fists anymore, so we can go ahead and send the heads out of the way. But first we need
Good
to beat
morning.
the Shriver and show him the Dragon Bone Smasher, and that is going to give us a pure Greystone, which we can use to get our axe or strength weapon, or whatever strength weapon you choose, up to the max tier. So go on over to the Tunnel City here.
Estepi,
We're actually going to switch to the
is
Crescent
it
option.
in the
As a reminder, we killed the
The
boss,
prison
so
center
all
going.
the crystal lizards that we killed till now will respawn.
What's she doing?
getting the thing inside her phone?
No.
That's my- Did you get it? Huh? No?
You actually don't need to fight these guys, you can just run through this all the way like this, basically ignore them all. And now we're going to show you how to do this going down from the opposite direction. So this is typically the shortcut we would take to get to Flame Lurker. Now there is some loot right over there. I haven't found a way to actually get that without warping out or killing myself. The loot across, it's 4 sharp shards and 1 clear chunk. But so if you're going to get that, you're going to need to evacuate. But just to show it anyway, drop down onto this platform. and then drop down and get it. And you might be able to get out of here, if you have a cat ring, you might be able to survive the roll. Well, the cat ring doesn't come until later. Oh no, I don't even have my thing.
Just
Well,
go
this
in.
is certainly embarrassing.
She never says anything is really bad. I've only seen one or two things she
Nice
doesn't like.
with that.
She doesn't like what?
Thankfully, we can just work our way down and
What
grab
thing
it, but,
you don't like?
that one piece in particular,
Which to go?
it's basically there to, it gets you, bamboozles you. Let's see,
Peas, corn, broccoli.
Yeah.
there we go.
She's not.
I'm pretty soon we're actually gonna have something that lets
Oh,
us
really?
just,
She's not finicky.
pastels and miracles regardless.
Yeah,
They're really
my
nice.
nephew's
So
kids
we'll go
are
back
way
now.
more finicky than her.
The same thing, except now we're gonna be
Yeah, and
working
that's
our
why
way down.
she
You
feeds
saw
them the crap
I was
stuff.
dreaming
Those
last
of
night.
nine, the upgrade tips
About
episode
you,
where we kind of went into
Oh,
farming this
Yeah,
area. You're probably already
your
aware
nephew
of
was
a couple of
cooking
these
a lot of
things.
chicken and
we
chicken
can do.
avocado. And the mother of Jennifer was
Okay,
there
I'm
and
gonna
your
take you
sister. And you were chopping the potatoes.
What did Jennifer's mother look like?
She's cute, she's white.
Yeah, I would say it's just running past.
White?
Yeah.
I would assume so, yeah. So you've never seen her mother.
In the dream.
Her mother is, she has Alzheimer's
So drop down
disease
to
and she
here.
lived in a rest
Drop
home.
down to here.
Oh,
Yeah, and her grandmother died of it.
okay.
Yep, and Stephen wouldn't be cooking chicken.
Yeah, and outdoor.
Beef.
Outdoor
Beef. He's a beef man.
Really?
Yeah, he'll cook chicken for Jennifer, but he eats beef.
Maybe the frittata he's cooking, it was beef, but the chicken was for the kids, the family.
So when Jennifer asked for what he wants, when he asked her, what do you want for your birthday dinner, she said chicken on the grill.
Oh yeah, that's what he was cooking, a lot of chicken on the grill. And he was, in a small pan, he was cooking something, a frittata, you know, with tomato.
He's not
sauce.
cooking that, I'm telling you.
But I don't know if it's tomato sauce, whatever, but he was cooking
And
something.
then, he got steaks for us. So he made chicken for them and steaks for us.
I didn't
Well, anyway,
see him
let's continue
cooking
down.
steak.
He's a believer in carnivore too.
He
likes the low carb. So he's kind of doing like a keto thing when he diets, but he
That
goes
should be
off
the
it
last
so
week
often.
though, is, let me see,
But,
Blood Resistance Range Story.
I just told Jennifer, I said, put the kid on carnivore diet for 30 days and see if it doesn't clean his gut out. And then maybe you won't need Humira and she just wouldn't have it.
Yeah. Oh, this is the reason
And
why.
all three of them
I
could have
advise
benefited
people
from
to,
that diet because they would have lost
get
weight and he would get,
evacuated just so that
it may
when
not work.
situations like that happen.
Well,
your
the doctor
options
said you
of
can't really put him
suicide
on
or
carnivore
screwed
because
can
he's getting
actually
ready to go
make
into
your way out.
puberty. I said, he's not going into puberty in 30 days. I said, just do it for 30
Yeah,
days.
when he is 14, he's going to puberty.
But
Well,
There's no
it
doubt
can
you
happen
can
at
see
any
that's
time,
actually
but
pretty
when
much-
we were discussing
there's
this,
no
he was
real,
still 11.
there's
I
no
said, he's
trick
not going to
shots
go
or
into
anything where
puberty
it's
in the
gonna
next
be
30 days.
just right.
I said,
Yeah.
you try it and you see. He likes hamburgers. He likes, he doesn't really like steak that much, but he likes hamburgers.
Yeah.
He likes hot dogs.
Right. Right.
And then you can teach him
What
that
carbs he's
to-
eating?
He likes
Oh my God.
French fries. He likes
And I missed
It's
the drum.
really good.
But see,
spaghetti.
this is exactly why we got Number Humanity, so that things like that
He likes
don't count
banana
against
bread.
us. And you need pure white to be able to show the sword to the guys.
Do you love bread, man?
No, he loves bread. I mean, like his mother, right? His mother loves bread. And the reason that the kids don't eat well is because she doesn't eat well.
Yeah. When my mother is here, she always buy bread at the bakery, sweet bread, you know. And we're gonna eat a lot of them.
Gwen, have you seen your grandmother's teeth? You want to have your teeth look like that? You can cut down on your
Yeah.
sweets.
My mother really loves sweets.
Mm-hmm. Well, you
So-
gotta get it from somewhere. So do you.
Yeah.
So does she.
No, she was eating this cake before, so I already, you know, cooked dinner, and she was sitting here eating the vanilla cake, and I said, "Ma, we're going to eat dinner." She said, "It's okay." I said, "Stop eating cake. You can eat cake after dinner."
And what she
She said,
said.
"It's okay. I just eat a little bit until it's almost finished."
And that's what Jamie does too. Jamie can't, he can't not touch food. And I said, Jamie, don't put your hands in the food.
Yeah.
He's basically looking for this.
And he's a product of his mother too, because his mother will come in and throw her clothes, like take her jacket off and throw it on the floor, right?
He gives us access to pure grace.
He comes in, takes his hat off, sits in the chair, and he throws it on the floor. Nobody said anything, and I said, "Hey, Jamie." He said, "What?" I said, "That's not acceptable."
He does have a ring.
He turned around, looked at me, goes, "Oh, my bad." And he got up and he picked the chair, the hat up, and he
now get this
put
word
it on the
into pure
chair,
light.
right?
To
But nobody else said
fight
anything.
Really?
the dark
He's
fantasy
very
version
undisciplined
of
because
it.
his parents are slack.
Oh my God, he will
But
be
the
a pain
easiest
in
way
the
to do this is
ass.
No, he can be reconditioned because he listened to me.
Okay, good.
Which while we're over there.
And then he listens to his father when his father
do
gets a
some
little,
upgrade stuff, so go to
Jamie
Steph
right
Curry's.
now, and then Jamie was like, he goes.
Why the mother didn't say anything about it? It's really, you know.
Because she
And
does.
this also happens to
She
be
does
pretty
it.
Friday
She
weekend
does.
Just put
show.
her thing
So
on
right
the
now,
floor.
she's
Throw stuff on the floor, and
We
Steven said
need
that
to get the world to
you know,
pure
they
light.
have a-
We should take
they have a
both
staircase
the
that
gas.
goes down to the family room, right? That's where they spend most of their time, is in the family room.
Power.
And
So what we're gonna
if
wanna
they have
do is
something,
just
they'll
go
put it
here.
on the staircase and leave it there. And Steven says, yes, stuff sits there for 2 weeks. Jennifer denied it vehemently. I saw it. Stuff barrettes, hair barrettes were on the staircase for 2 weeks. Nobody
You're
moved.
playing in
Yeah.
offline mode, it
And
should
Steven gets
take
very upset with
7
them.
deaths in particular.
She's just not a homemaker. She's,
Now, I
you know,
haven't
she's
actually
very wrapped up
tested
in
this.
being a
This is
teacher.
something that's kind of difficult
She
to
needs to get
test.
rid of that.
So who's
by
going to
yourselves.
organize the
The
food?
original
Steven does a lot of the
World
cleaning.
tendency was also
He
affected
does most of the cooking.
by who was
And he cleans up, usually he'll cook and
a
clean
lot
up
of
the dishes.
gameplay. You know, if you were doing manipulations.
And well, here's the way it worked. Here's the way it worked. In the beginning, right, she would take care of the kids and everything else, right? And Steven would
To
take care
get
of
my
the other
world
stuff, right?
tendency.
But now the kids are fairly self-sufficient. All she has to do is sit on her ass and tell them
As
what to
many
do, and
people
then they
don't
will
have
do it, right?
PS5s yet.
So, and he's still doing all this work. And he comes home from work,
If for some reason you're
I'm
doing
waiting
this,
for him,
and
and
you're
then
not
they
getting
decide
the
what they want to
tendency,
eat for dinner, and he and I will go get the food and come back, and she doesn't even have the decency to get up and go set the table.
Listen, study said that if you order fries,
The best thing would be to go into offline mode.
Yeah, but you have less energy. Yeah.
that's why they said, some foreigners said, not the bad foreigners,
Should
they
be.
said if they are in
Should
the
take,
mall,
at
and then
least
if they
7
want their
minutes.
transaction fast, or if they want the cashier that's doing the fastest move, it will be the skinny one. Because they're the one who's really fast. That's what they said, if the
I've
person,
seen some skinny ones just mess up too.
yeah.
It's just something inherent in you guys that there's
Well,
no
7 or
rush.
6, probably the scale for going
You know,
down.
respect time,
Should
and
be
it's
6.
just like,
But we can check
doesn't
out
get done
this.
now, get done
I've
later.
also changed
Me,
the
if I
use
will,
of the
if
work
I
action next
didn't
to
work in that
the
factory
dual tendency.
before, maybe
It
I'm
seems
so
like our
slow
still
now.
works will
Because
now change tendencies.
Before
but
I
it's
get
very
promoted
easy to
into a
check.
QC,
So,
like quality controller,
once we work
I
to
was
see
I was just
changed from
regular
really white to
worker,
black
just
with
pack
circles all
things,
around.
you know. For
To
example,
get her motivated?
yeah,
No, we have to, all right, go ahead, 10
I'm
seconds,
going-
let's go.
in Manila, when she's 18, I'm going to send her to that place.
Want to work in the factory?
No,
Yeah, I
you're
still
right.
know GVP,
No, we're
GVC, that's the place who
How's she
moved.
gonna work in the factory and go to college too?
She can work like after
Just to show it,
her,
so you have
go on.
a good reference.
like
And you can see
vacation
right
for
now
2 months,
there's
you
a
can
little
work
bit
there for
of
1
a
month or
red
2,
aura, but
just
it's mostly
like
black.
part-timers.
Oh, see, that's why you
Yeah.
think you can do this in America, right? Work for a month and then leave the job. No, it doesn't work that way in America. They're not gonna hire you and then you walk away after a month and then say, well, I'll be back in 6 months and I'll come
No,
back.
all you
to
have to do is file a
As
resignation.
opposed to how it's just
Yeah.
black and it has the
File
art.
a resignation.
Now it should be.
And then you go
black
right back there and
with
they'll
little
hire you back
red
again
dots
for
around.
another
If you
month.
if you have good performance.
No, they won't do that in
Whereas you
America.
can now
You
actually
leave
see
and
the
hire.
visible red
Yeah,
dots.
because there's
That means
100
we're
other
now
people want the
pure
job,
black.
so they.
No, because for example, after 1 year you will go back
Here.
and hire you if you have good performance.
Okay.
So you know you need to be very fast so you can make a lot, because in every tray you will get like 35 pesos in every tray. In one day I can make like 15 to 20 trays. Times 35. That's why in one day I
The
make
primeval demon will spawn at
1,400.
your
How many, what's your minimum that you have to make?
Minimum,
But
Our
basically,
minimum is
these things are like
23.
the
Oh,
origin vehicles
it's-
or something, if you
It's
will.
not the minimum, it's
They
quota.
have a very high
When
chance
you-
to drop some
The
loot that
minimum
we
is
want.
15 trays
We're gonna put
only,
it on
and
the
then
item
the
discovery
maximum
release
is
safe.
20.
You think she'd make the minimum?
In the beginning,
And
maybe
there
she
it is,
can.
causes the
But they give you a grace period, right?
to
Yeah.
upgrade.
Because in the beginning, in my first day,
Now,
I
this
got
next
the
part is gonna
minimum.
be a
I
little
get-
bit trickier,
I
'cause we're
still remember
gonna
it
be
was
literally
16.
sprinting through
I
the
made
entire level.
16
But
trays.
we need to get
you
back to where we fought.
I almost
No,
get the quota,
We need
but
back
of
to
course I was,
2-2.
I,
You could just
I need
work over
to,
to 2-2, that's
you know
certainly,
the packaging
certainly
like
something you can do.
this, small papers,
But the thing
you
is,
need
if
to
we work over to
print
2-2,
like
we're gonna
like
be
that,
surprised
like
where the
you're
NBC
sitting
was.
on the table,
And
air
what we do
conditioned
there
because it's
will
for
reset the
on
tendency.
products.
Because that
Like
guy,
this.
Elon Musk wants to,
after killing him,
he's
the
building
blood
robotics to
tendency
take
is
the place of all
now,
that. For tedious jobs that,
But
You
I don't know if
want to see
Philippines
humans
can
like-
afford it.
so what we
AI,
need to
AI is
do
coming,
is
AI,
make
all that
our
stuff is
way,
coming. Because
all the way.
I guarantee you that the
without
Philippines
dying.
is gonna be part of the US.
Good deal.
It's
Yeah,
coming.
but then
Now, if
I
you-
don't
you
still,
fail to do
I
this,
don't still
you know,
think about it because
not the end of the
Philippines
world.
has a lot of
This is just what we
Yeah,
have to do. We want to
No,
do
what's
both
gonna happen
prime
is
evil
they're gonna,
and do
they're
cyber
coming here and
in
they're
one
gonna
go.
get the
Also,
Chinese out
there's
here.
phantom.
And then the US is
So,
going to,
keep that in mind. There's now
bring
black
you up.
phantoms because we're on.
Yeah,
but it's gonna put a lot of people out of work because you're not skilled.
Enemies
But
are
you
also
know,
going to get
I'm
harder.
still fast.
Loot rates
I'm so
are
fast,
increased,
even
so
if
No,
I
we're
no,
was-
you're
gonna
fast
be
in
a lot
general.
more
You're
common.
not the typical Filipino.
Mhm.
Most Filipinos, look at you.
Yeah.
That's a
Since we're
perfect
not really
example of a
aiming to fight
Filipino who
much,
give
we're
a
just
shit about
aiming
time.
to run on through this, we're gonna be ignoring
When you start
a
working
lot
in
of
a
the
company
stuff
that
that we encounter actually.
they won't even accept you when you're late for 1 minute.
All an ass basically.
You know, you should be there like 10 or 5 minutes before the working.
That's why I like doing the kind of work I do because nobody punched the clock. You go in and it's more about getting the work done than what hour you
Really?
yeah. And then when I was working from home, I would get up, I'd walk out there, I'd turn on the computer, and then I'd go and make breakfast and clean up a little bit and all that. 'Cause I didn't have anything to do. So I was just babysitting the
The
last
Red Phantom versions
so
are
many months of my life.
they're just stronger versions of enemies you fight. There's nothing like extra deadly or anything about them.
So I'm going to send you to that company.
And you'll also probably notice that the
You're
souls that
gonna
I
like
get are
it
much
because
higher
there's a lot of
than,
girls also
than mine are
there.
typically.
Well, if we
Actually,
move to
no, I'm
Manila,
going completely wrong way here.
there's gonna be a lot more things she's gonna want too.
Yeah.
Because she's gonna get citified and she's gonna be a chick girl.
No, we'll just continue along.
Oh,
Well,
sure.
you go, no, you watch and see, especially when you get peer pressure from your friends.
Yeah. But if you are smart in the interview, like, or if you have, like, aura or whatever, that you can be
The real question is if we'll be able to
you
actually
can be
beat
higher rank. They will
Black
gonna put
Phantom
you
in one go.
there.
Because the Black Phantom NPCs
HR
are
assistant.
quite challenging. Much more
You're
challenging
smart
than
enough, or if you
your
have-
typical, like the
college
early operating
degree.
vendors that we fought. They were
But
tough.
if you don't finish college, they will gonna put you in the one first regular employee.
Have to kill
Yeah.
this guy.
But if they see you
This
as
is really the
like
only
you
guy that's in our
are,
way.
capable of doing a lot of things,
Then they'll promote you.
they will promote you.
Merit based is the way it should be instead of this DEI crap.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So after 2 months, I was being promoted because I was, I was fast.
Of course, the spider
I
doesn't
know
respawn or anything, so no
organization.
concerns there.
But I would rather
Notice
do
this guy wasn't here
the
before.
packaging things because
That's
it's
probably the biggest
busy.
difference is
Because
in
if you
addition to the drop
make
rates,
you
it's
have to
just,
sit
there's a
there.
couple of Black
Check the
Phantom enemies here and there
computer,
who we'll have to
makes you
fight when they're
sleepy.
nearby. But what's great about
Makes you
putting
sleepy.
this world
Yep,
to
the worst thing
your
about
left
working
is,
is when you have.
this
you
world
have to
is
sit there
also
and
where we
do
want
it.
Yeah, I would rather do the packaging things
like the chunks
with
and
me,
whatnot,
you know,
carving it
energetic.
off of the rockworms. So
Because all you have to do is
being
just,
able to farm
my
them
God,
out
it's
here
really,
black is
I
certainly
really
helpful.
like that job before.
Really hope that guy doesn't drop down.
How was breakfast?
So once again, like for some reason,
Okay.
Just okay.
everyone died, stop in the world.
You're so good you can't get out of the chair.
Copper stones and get back back to pure black hole tendencies, which is a couple more suicides.
Cannot even
It's
give
not
up
like,
on that yet.
like you
Close
somehow,
to this.
lost access to losing your white tendency is a
Hey
difference.
Gwen, why don't you call your grandmother and make sure she's
Once you
coming?
kill something, you
Okay.
get to black, and then you go back the opposite direction.
I hope they are active.
If she's not coming, you can come with us if you want.
Ay,
That's if mom wants you there for her birthday lunch.
Yeah.
Big flash time getting down. Now
We
that
need to get
NPC that
ready.
was all like, oh, show me the soul that I'm looking for. I want to see it. That was all friendly before. Now he's going to try and murder you. That's the big difference here. So we are going to hopefully be able to get this to work. See him right there.
Masih busy sila.
He can be quite deadly. He's also pretty resistant to gravity as well. And he can cast spells. So we're going to do is get in there.
Starting man, is starting.
Right here from the back up there. I might be able to separate.
Sa Palomar group na lang, dahil.
why?
He's playing chicken with
Even
me.
wala
He's trying to
man
learn
ito.
better. Maybe I can
And
kick him
also
down.
wala pa sa ate. Ah,
So that is
okay.
one option to kill. Probably the safest option to kill. Is stop this. We're gonna be hard
Okay, okay. Bye-bye.
to work this back here, but
She
we're not gonna
She
deal with
said,
fighting all the way
I'm
through that.
choppy.
So
She what?
anyway,
Choppy.
we'll work back.
What's choppy?
And
Choppy
you can
like
see now it's
blurred.
white. So
Oh,
we're gonna
choppy.
have suicide a couple times here.
choppy.
But you can see what we're gonna do here. We're just gonna forfeit the souls. I think we got like 6,000 souls. We gotta get the world back to pure black, and we're just gonna work and fight from there. I had a feeling I wasn't gonna be able to get the kill in the first try, but it's fighting Black Phantoms. You do what you can.
Di ako nag-win. Oy,
Gali.
ano man eh.
It's like that.
Michael, how can
You'll
you
be happy to know that we
What's
need
the matter?
to
Okay.
kill 4 more.
Because if you type
after
a
this
word, it's going to.
one.
I
Tendency
did
all the
it.
way up.
I just pressed this one here, something here, and then I.
We should be
It's
at
okay.
0 right now. Take 3 or 4 deaths. And then we'll get down there. And I'm gonna give her one more
What did she
attempt
say
against
about?
him. And you can run right
Nothing?
up
She
and hit
couldn't
him
understand
before
you at all?
he gets his healing buff on. That certainly helps in just a straight out fight. Because he does so much damage. I mean, having the flame shield was one thing that could help. Probably go do that.
How long is it
The
gonna
other
be before
thing
she
is
hits
that
it?
now that we're putting the world back to black, we'll be able to just go after him again and again without doing the suicide.
One day we're gonna come in and the bell's gonna be missing.
Yeah.
What happened to the bell? I don't know.
Fighting with our body, we still have all that,
When the bell is missing.
all that extra.
What happened to the bell? I don't know.
Now, let's give him one more good try here, see if we can take him out. Alright, you can see we have the red sparkles, so we know we're up here black. Alright, I still think the gravity strat is the best approach. Because trying to beat an enemy that is regenerating can be quite challenging. Because pushing his ass off a cliff makes things significantly easier. we're gonna drop all the way down first, and then we're gonna pop our stone to get our extra help. So it's taking little bits of play damage, so we're using this as a heal. And you know what? I'll put on my, once I have it, yeah, water veil. So now, buddy, clean ring, and I'll do,
You don't need the cling ring, get it off.
why not? I'll do regenerate. Alright, come here, you.
Dahil bakit ko siya paano yun?
Even if we're hitting him, he's gonna heal right through that before we get any real damage. And lure him over here, as before.
Is it finished?
Careful you don't fall off the ledge yourself.
How'd you sleep, Glenn?
And if we can get just a couple attacks on him, we should be able to send
Couldn't
him
get into a beach.
plummeting to
2 nights in a row.
It's a GP.
Alright, now you're probably like, hold on though, what about his
Man, when you get
This
older,
is
a lot of
the
times you
trick.
don't
So
sleep.
now that we killed him, we're gonna go exit the
There's
save
a
game.
thing in your body called HGH,
With a
hormone,
much cleaner second
and it
attack.
decreases as you age. And
Continue
human
with
growth
the game back
hormone
up.
is big aid in sleeping well. That's why when you're young, like you can sleep anywhere. You can sleep on the concrete,
And the
and you'll
loop
be
that
out
would have
for,
been on his body.
unless you're my
It's not right
sister,
here.
who can
Cal's
sleep
gonna
through
piece.
an earthquake.
So you're going to wrap things up here from now.
Yeah.
With that, the world tendency here will
My sister
actually
used to have
work
dual
back
alarm clock.
to
in our
to be
bedroom, we
neutral.
were like this, right next to each other.
But more importantly, our
As soon as the first
tendency
alarm
has
clock
to be
went off, I would wake up.
has to be a slight step towards up, which is what we want.
15 minutes later, the second one would go off, so you got
You're going down doing that.
Still doesn't get
Next
up.
episode,
I have to get up,
pick up
go
and make
open
our
the
way
door.
to inner world.
God damn it, get up! She wouldn't get up.
What if there will be a, for example,
A fire?
What is that?
She'd burn
Welcome back, and it's time to continue the walkthrough. So, we did a little bit of farming after the last episode to get ourselves set up. We have the Dragon Bone Smasher, which we have leveled up to +3. This is what we use the colors demon souls. And if you've been following the guide, you should have one from the Primeval Demon, one from trading with Sparkly the Crow, and one from that platform that we unlocked in Pure White World War I. Now, the Dragon Bone Smasher is a very slow weapon, and it's going to use a ton of stamina to use, but this thing absolutely smashes. As you can see, 447. Ideally, we should be at a higher level before working with this, so as an off choice, we also still have our Crushing Battle Axe. Now, after doing the White Ability in World 2, you can get this on up to +5, which will get tested. The best way to farm materials for it is just farming up those rock worms, but since we do Flame Lurker, you can just use the Underground Temple Arcstone and then
after
just run
that,
and kill the 6 rock worms that are down in that lower area to get
So
the
if she can
upgrade
ride a
this.
bus,
After talking to
for
Alexis
9,
at
huh?
Smithing Grounds,
My mother.
we also handed over the Flame
Oh,
Lurker,
she's
so
definitely coming?
we can now
yeah,
make
she's
boss
already
weapons. So we
waiting
can
for a
go
bus.
ahead
If she can ride a bus
If
at
you
9
want to just talk
a.m.,
to the blacksmith,
She will gonna-
back away, talk to him again. Eventually, he should say,
she will
"Well,
gonna
you have-
arrive in
you have
Bangkok
that
at
demon
10
soul, I
a.m.
need that demon soul."
And
Give it to him, you
maybe
will
we
unlock the
can
ability to make boss
pick her
weapons,
up at
level
7
100s.
a.m.
Now, all you need to make
Maybe
this
I
take her with us?
is going
Yeah,
to be
take her
a +7
with us.
Taking this one with us too?
Compound short,
coming with
compound
us?
long, it doesn't
Because
matter.
we're picking your grandmother up in
This
Macau at
is
10.
a very, very solid
I'm
choice
going to
to
play
work with
today.
here. It's going to require
No,
some
you're
You don't have to.
16, but the scope will be
You said yesterday you are going to stay home because you're gonna clean.
Yeah, it was supposed to be yesterday, but I need to go with.
So in terms
But
of the stats, here's where we currently
So
are.
she really wants to stay at home.
Excuse
Our intelligence, we're still working that up
No, you're
towards
coming with
18, so that we can get access to the spell slots needed for first weapon. Endurance is still at 20, we're gonna get that before we eventually. Strength is still at 30, that's fine where it's at. We don't level it anymore for the time being. Dexterity is up to 16.
Yep, excuse queen.
Magic.
I couldn't have watched Steffi because of she was acting weird with this woman.
Yeah, don't be like that. Excuses
This has
makes
got the last trophy.
makes a lot of
You know, when you make excuses, you don't accomplish anything.
No, it was not about the woman.
That's what you said. What do you think? I made this up
No,
myself?
I said Steppy. Steppy was looking at the woman, but we continued walking.
That's no, and you said that's why I didn't walk her down there because she was acting this way with the woman. That's what you said.
Oh, yeah, she
Please stop it, Gwen.
Now there are here, but I wanna show how it works.
All you have to do is, yeah, I didn't go there because I'm shy.
An arc demon.
That's all.
is the dragon god that falls from the lifted.
I'm shy with the
You get that
boys.
on
That's all. Don't say a lot of
it.
excuses.
Get a chance to show you the potency of a lava bow. Absolutely love this one. Look at that damage. Bad dog. Nope, bad dog. Back away.
Bad dog.
And that's just your basic arrows. You can obviously use fire arrows with this to get even more damage if you want. Stop it.
She's a faster weapon.
We're gonna need a push attack. It's a very odd looking push attack. You should get plenty of grass just going through this area, so don't worry about it.
Pamilay niya akong gigamit, Gwen.
Good souls here. Pick those up.
Dili ah.
Oh, yaman ang cellphone.
Right here, grass.
You first, Q.
Don't worry about this.
I'm going to put there.
Vicious half of floor is
I'm going to
working
put for
down.
reading. I'm going to
Are you
put
timing your poop now?
You can see kind of the track of the head there with those balls.
Do you really have to go?
Yes, really.
And then go to the side.
Because if you're gonna sit on there, nothing happens. All you gotta do is
I really need to do.
develop hemorrhoids.
What is
Now, the
I
head
already told you, they look like worms, and they do these hemorrhoidal tissues as well. You can poke out through your anus and can also make your fat and small and it can get quite painful if you got a lot. So, and it comes from pressure from sitting on the mold. You're gonna get it if you can. Only go in that bathroom when you absolutely have to go.
Yes, I need it. I need it.
This thing absolutely decimates enemies.
You first.
I don't have to poop.
It is very slowly used, so.
Hi, Stan. Good thing you didn't ask for breakfast today.
Oh, she got that treat.
Like buildings like this, your heavy attack is gonna be your best bet.
Nothing
That's
like
really
that.
if you want to have some heavier armor to rock this, because I don't have anything for poise at the moment.
I can take things out with that pouch
So
in
there's
one
two
shot,
paths
better
that
than
you
you
can
can
go
with
here,
that.
you can go down that way. Or if you want, you can drop down and work your way around. There's no items down here, but there is an enemy that will attempt to ambush you, so don't even worry about going that way. But before we jump down, we are going to take out a couple guys. Got this dude here. And we can't get eyes on him just yet. There's another one we're gonna kill him off. Jump down. Pick up a full moon grace. To be able to see our second guy. Stand up for me. Want to pick up this? And head on in. This. And then down here we'll grab this. This is the Lanic Dolls. So over there, that just reaches back up top of that area. Smash. I do think we need a little bit more before we work with that, so instead we'll switch up. We're still below 50%. And with the axe being at +5, the axe goes up to S killing strength. So the axe is actually like our best and slap. One hand up for the time being. Now this is another ambush. You can see the ball, so just trigger that and then run back. But luckily we got a couple enemies crushed by. There's a couple enemies here that are going to try and fight you. Just gonna get rid of what we can. And now he's blocking. And that one died. This guy come down. This is where the archer would be. You can kill him. We'll start finding him first. This next one we're going to be ambushed by an assassin. Drop down. And now up ahead here, there are a bunch of enemies. So go ahead and hit the fatty. If you can kill a fatty here, great. If he's not the priority, that guy wants to back in the lead, so we don't have to worry about checking fireballs at us anymore. There's also a regular troop here where we try and snipe
This
them
one
down,
too,
usually
dude.
3 arrows. So,
Are we going at
no,
9:30?
dodge the last one.
If we have to be there by 10, yeah. What time is it now?
That's fine. He's no longer at
We're
11.
gonna have to move
I know the
quick.
main reason we are taking the ball down is right in here.
I don't hear any poop dropping.
Some other bags.
Uy,
So we
Look
ran
at him.
all of them out.
Did you see? That's on. Your phone on the live stream just picked you up naked. Oh, here's where you are. You're at my spot.
After that, we'll do all this stuff right here. And then up top, we have our merchant guy again. So we can get up on the grass here from that one. Oh, we're already over capacity. That's fine. Let me take this, send this to storage. And, there we go. Other things to point out here, the Night Shield, which is pretty nice. Crescent X is a pretty nice set. Night Shield is a really nice one-hander. Now you can go out here and you can pick up the bracelet. If you want, you can stuff down these features as well. I would alternate 1 or 2 because there's like a smaller amount of coverage. Let's get them out of the way. A little on here, and right over here is going to be a red dot. Now, he may be going to ambush us just to go right up there. Be around the corner. Basically, we pass back and forth, but. This is these ones are they're pretty scary. They do a lot of damage. So,
I think viewers heard what
managed to obliterate
you
all
know.
of my stuff over there.
You know, it's all ito mo.
Ideally, we want to get the
Si Mike. You are so bad.
Holy smoke.
Ew.
Shut that door. Whoa. You know, you got on phone when you open that door.
Yeah?
Yeah.
No, it's
You're gonna get a lot of views.
no, it's facing to Ben.
Just how strong the axe is now. The axe really.
Hello, goodbye. Huh? Hello, goodbye. Bye, everyone. Sorry, I was not on live.
You could of course just.
What do you mean?
I mean, I was not on the screen.
Either way, we gotta go. We gotta
Because
kill
I
them.
was
We gotta
busy.
kill Patty first.
Busy to this morning. Hala, look at my hair, Gwen. It's red. It's red on the end.
What?
Huh?
Yeah.
It's not.
That's
Sun?
yeah.
Uh,
I'm riding around on the bike.
yeah.
I didn't see any.
No, it's like color brown, something like that. Because I can see the difference. Look at the hair and my closer to my scalp. It's
Mag-ready na ko lang.
sure. Get ready. Come here around 10. I mean 10 a.m. And we will leave by 10:20, something like that.
Ikaw na isa-isa?
We're in good shape. Back to,
Ako po ko ito sa basic gamay.
Mm-mm. Good morning. Good morning, fellows. How's
Watch me
you?
take a shower.
Huh?
Shower. You wanna watch me take a shower?
You wanna watch me to take a Too bad.
You wanna get demonetized?
No way. No way, Jose. room, Vanessa.